Well, today I thought I'd talk to you about my collection of space Lego. It's one of my favorite sub-themes of Lego, and I have a little bit of it. So I thought I'd talk to you about each section and why I love it so much. Now, this bad boy here is called the Countdown Coma, and it was released in 1999, which makes it 22 years old. Definitely one of my oldest pieces of Lego, and it really started my affinity for the hobby. The electronics are well past their prime. The hinges are getting a little stiff, but it still looks great, and it was my very first piece of Lego space, and it really kicked off this journey that has led us to here. It looks tiny in comparison, especially to the Saturn V that sits behind it, but when I first got it, wow, it was so exciting. I had so many hours of fun with this guy. The minifigs, I think it only came with one, but over the years I've added two more. I mean, we have to talk about the Saturn V. This might be my favorite Lego model of all time. It is exceptional. It is a chunky boy. It is huge. And it looks amazing. The detail that has gone into it, it is exceptional. I love it so much. I wish I could display it better, but it is just massive and it just looks so good and has such good detail. Yeah, I'm calling it. It is definitely my top two Lego models of all time. I absolutely love space. I love history, and this model it hits all the boxes for me. I love displaying it in its three separate stages. It just looks so good. And of course, the Saturn V comes with these micro scale command module and lunar module with the micro scale astronauts down there. Now we come to the meat of the collection, and it is the orange trimmed space sub-theme of City. And the biggest set was this one here, and I am in love with this vehicle. It is exceptional. It is the mix between this tracked vehicle and then this rocket basically on top with these four boosters, this middle stage, and then this cruise stage on the top. I just love it. It can, be posed up to launch and roll around, and damn, I love it. I almost brought a second one to customize it, to have a different payload on the front. Just the utility of the vehicle, it looks angry, it looks rugged, it looks like it's to do a mission, and I love it. I really do. I wish I could display it. If I had a bigger city, I'd build a whole hangar for it, and I'd have it rolling out of the hangar, ready to go on a mission. I really do. It's definitely my favorite rocket, other than the Saturn V, which is in a league of its own. From the city space line, this is great. It has almost I want to say like Russian influence, from the Cold War, especially with the front of this vehicle. It looks like almost like a tracked missile launcher. I don't know if you guys are getting that vibe as well, but I definitely love this vehicle. Look, this is your generic rocket for your city line. I don't really have too much to say about it. It's fine, it's serviceable, it has two boosters, a core stage, cruise stage. I really don't have too much to say about it. I mean, both of these came with buildings to go alongside with them, and they're in my city, and I'll show you those in a moment if you haven't already seen them. Whereas this, I love the whole build where this rocket, it's fine. There's nothing much I really want to say about it. It's a rocket. I mean, I have so much nostalgia about this one. I just love the uniqueness of this one. It's fine. It is what it is. Here we have my fleet of 4 shuttles. Now, I like this design. It was relatively cheap here in Australia to buy these, and I think they were a good price to part ratio. And I thought it'd look good to have a few of them. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. I mean, once again, if I had all the time and the money, I'd like to build a big space hangar where I could have them all lined up, ready to be launched, or I'm not sure, have them all in a hangar of some type. But I like having a few of them. You know, duplicates, I think, of something of this size look good. Potentially, if I had a big layout, I could have them all on maybe a train, or, you know, have them. I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But I like having a few of them. And then I thought, you know, I should have a bigger shuttle to complete the fleet. And I do like how the shuttle looks. It's a bit smaller than the other shuttles, but I think it works well when combined with all the vehicles. I like the design layout, the aesthetic that goes with them all. Then I believe it was in 2017 the Creator line released this shuttle. And I really like it. It's a minifig scale. It has the Canada arm, or the retractable arm that can reach satellites and repair them. And you know what? This was just really nice. I liked the dimensions. I liked pretty much everything about this shuttle. I had a thought to match it up with the rest of my fleet, that I could replace this blue trimming with orange, and I still might do that. But I'm also not sure if it really fits in with the rest of my fleet. I had thoughts of potentially getting rid of it and updating it, because there's a new shuttle coming out, but I don't know if I like it as much. I think the new one's a 3-in-1, and yeah, I'm not sure if I like its design as much, but this is the outlier, the odd one out in my fleet. I think I'll keep it for now, but it definitely sits by itself as an oddity. It doesn't really fit in with my city space line, but I like it all the same, you know? Here are the brave astronauts in their orange suits, looking fantastic. And over here we have the EVA suits with the gold helmet. And I really like the orange and white that's been used across all of these sets. It's really a good design language. I really like how it looks. And yeah, it makes me think that maybe I should put the orange on this shuttle. But once again, I just don't know. I don't know if you're part of this collection, or if I just keep it to these boys. Over here we have just some peripherals. I like this truck quite a lot. I like the front of it. It's got an odd shape. This is I believe it came with the biggest set. It's loading, what do you load onto the back here? One of the rovers, I believe. Here's another rover, few rovers, little robots. This was a tracking station that came with one of the sets. To be honest, I don't really care much for these. I know they're more of a play function, but for me it's more about the exploration of space rather than landing on planets. That's just my preference. So these are usually in storage in my cargo bays. Not to say that I don't like them. I think the design is actually fantastic, especially with the way that a lot of this stuff, you know, they fold away, and the design is just excellent, but it doesn't really excite me the way that you know, the aerodynamics and the rocket boosters really does on these kind of ships. This is something that I built myself. It's actually based off the design from, I think, the ideas set of the Women in NASA set that came out quite a few years ago. I just grabbed the instructions online and found that I had most of the pieces. It was gonna actually be on the in my city, but then didn't end up happening. So now I just have it, and I think it looks cool. So we can add that to my collection of rocket things and space things. Now, I never did get any of the OG space lines. I'm a bit young, and I just never got them. But these green guys came in the exoskeleton in the Ideas pack, and this is Benny's Space Squad at the back. I have two others, but I'm not sure where they are. I think they've gone into other builds, maybe in my city. This is just my own creation of a satellite. I had this kind of disco piece. I'm not actually sure what it's from. Maybe something space related, but I thought it'd look good as a satellite. And also this piece, I'm also not sure what that's from, but once again, kind of looks spacey. So you already know I love space, and you know I'm building a city. So, of course I'm going to combine them. And you can see down here, we have the rover lab. And these doors need a little bit of work, but this is basically the hangar of where all the components are being built, not just for the rovers, but for the rockets. And we have the launch control door right there. It's a little bit dusty, haven't cleaned in a bit, but you can see that's how you get into this facility. And here is the launch control facility. You can see the director in there, and there's some lady working a computer, and they've got lots of screens in there, as all good launch facilities have. And what are they looking out at? Well, right here, this is the launch, well, it's the launch facility. And we can put a rocket right in here. And, well, I know that it is extremely close to the city, but hey, it's Lego. Realism can go out the window. It's great to have a rocket just launching just, a couple meters away from a busy city, but that's the fun of it. Here's all the technicians, making sure it's all working. Oh, someone's taking a photo very close to the rocket. Yeah, I'm sure that's safe. But yes, I'm going to make sure that Lego City Space will always have a home in my Lego City. So that's my collection of space Lego. Now, big questions. Will I be getting the new Shuttle that has come out? It's like $300. Probably not. It would be an excellent addition for the Saturn V, and it looks phenomenal. But do I have the space to display it? Absolutely not. I can barely display the Saturn V. And do I have the money? Absolutely not. But gee, I would love it. Well, some final thoughts. Lego has released their new Shuttle Discovery, which is like $300 here in Australia. Will I be getting it? Well, it would look amazing to go with the Saturn V, but do I have the area to display it? Absolutely not. Do I have the cash to get it? Absolutely not. So as much as it's a lovely piece and I have seen some reviews that make it just look amazing, I think I'm going to have to pass on it for now. I know it's a difficult decision, but I think I have to stick with what I have. Other difficult decisions is what to do with this bad boy right here. Well, for now, I'll sit on it. Maybe add orange instead of the blue, but maybe I just get rid of him and I don't know, hard decisions. But hey, thanks for checking out my space collection. If you have any suggestions or thoughts, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, legends.